it was announced that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are going to be fighting in Cowboy Stadium, and it's going to be streaming on Netflix. And the biggest question that everyone has is why? No one wants to see this.
No, I mean, Mike Tyson hasn't fought since 2005. He is 57 years old. Meanwhile, Jake Paul, I believe, is 27 and in his prime.
28,
ideally.
yeah.
28, yeah, whatever. And you're beating up Mike Tyson. Now, if this was 1998, oh my God, would this have been an amazing fight? You get prime Jake Paul and somewhat prime Mike Tyson. This would have been an absolute duel. This would have been up there with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao or Conor McGregor, whoever you want to say. But now, this is just mean. This is harassment. This is ageism, if I've ever heard it. First of all, Mike Tyson, think about what he's done since he was at his peak, when he beat Buster Holyfield and he bit somebody's ear off, right? Since then, he has done so many drugs. And God forbid, hey, this isn't a diss on Mike Tyson. He's a legend across it. The Hangover. We love him. Mike Tyson, great. He is one of the greatest, even if he can't pronounce the greatest. But he's 57. And Jake Paul is 28 years old. And they're beating up on a man who is 30 years older than you, who has done every drug in the book, who is definitely washed at this point. No offense to Mike Tyson. Who wins here? Jake Paul. His ceiling is, hey, I beat up on a 57-year-old old man who was peaking in the 90s. And if I lose, I lost to a guy who peaked in the 90s, who's done every drug in the book, who's known for punching and owning a tiger. And then Mike Tyson, what does he win? Money. That's it.
Yeah. Mike Tyson would win the internet if he knocks out Jake Paul. So, like, if Mike Tyson wins, he wins. If Jake Paul wins, they're like, why are you fighting a 57-year-old Mike Tyson? And then we just had an article pulled up here that says he did a 30-second pad session, just hitting pads there. And then he told Joe Rogan the video that Jake Paul had posted to promo the fight. And then everyone's like, oh, Mike Tyson, like everyone's saying he's 57-year-old, but like, look at this video. Look how good he looks. Then Mike Tyson came out and was like, that was from 4 years ago. And then even Mike Tyson is showing like, I am just doing this for the bag. And he's like, after that, I was bedridden for a week after I hit pads. That's how sore he was. And it's like, for Jake Paul, it's like, okay, you're someone who says you want to be in the Boxing Hall of Fame. However, you just beat up a Uber driver, and then your most impressive knockout was against Andre August, so that was cool. And then you couldn't knock out Nate Diaz. He went the whole fight with you, and then you win that in a split decision. You fight Tyron Woodley. You fight an old Anderson Silva. It's like you're fighting all these retired boxers, and it's like, are you just trying to give all of your heroes a payday? Because that's what it looks like. It's like Jake Paul is getting all of these guys paid and one last big paycheck. So, like, I don't know if Mike Tyson is in debt, but who wants to see this? Like, Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul is one thing, because Floyd is still in his prime, can dodge, hold up Logan Paul in that fight. But, like, no one wants to see Mike Tyson get knocked out by Jake Paul. I mean, I don't think Mike Tyson is still, like, has the spring to knock out Jake Paul, but, like, it's a lose-lose for Jake. It's like, big event. You'll make some money on Netflix, sure. But everyone is kind of like, we don't want to watch an old Mike Tyson get beat up or knocked out. It makes you look like a monster. It makes you look like an elder abuser. I don't know if you had an abusive grandfather or what your beef with old people is, but you just keep knocking out senior citizens. And if you don't look good versus a 58-year-old boxer, it's like, this is a can't win situation for Jake Paul. I get the business aspect of it, and it sounds cool, but then when you actually think about it for more than 5 seconds, you're like, this is a dumb idea.
This is a really dumb idea. The only thing that is potentially market moving is the fact that it's going to be streamed on Netflix rather than having the pay-per-view, because obviously Netflix is going to get influx of subscriptions from it. But at the same time, it comes back to the fight itself. First of all, I don't think the fight's going to be very long, especially if he fought for 30 seconds and was gassed 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to train, and obviously it's going to be a little bit better, but he's 58 years old. And Logan and Jake Paul, he's been fighting all these boxers who are at least somewhat in the loop of boxing. Mike Tyson, I know he's in debt. Was notoriously terrible with his money when he was making hundreds of millions of dollars. So I think it's honestly just for money, and it's just for clicks. And you know what? all the power to him, but this is not going to be a good fight.
No.
But we'll cover it.
Yeah, we'll cover it. But it's like Jake Paul. It's like, if you want to be a legit boxer, stop fighting senior citizens. Stop fighting UFC fighters, because it's a completely different style. When you did fight Tommy Fury, who's a undefeated boxer, you didn't win. It went to a split decision there. So at least try and get that rematch going. But like, I don't know. This may be a fight. I don't know if it's going to be a boxing fight or what they did with Floyd Mayweather with Logan Paul, and they'll call it like an exhibition match, which is probably going to be the case. But yeah, I don't. No one wants to see an old Mike Tyson get knocked out. And then the only upside is if he knocks out Jake Paul, but that is upside for Mike Tyson. Then Jake Paul's like career as a boxer is over. Like, oh, you lost to a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. What a joke.
Yeah.
But this is definitely just a money ploy. So it's like, okay, do your streaming on Netflix, sell out a football stadium, or give enough tickets away to fill up a football stadium, and then have your good bout with Mike Tyson, I get. But I'm just like, it's a name recognition, but I don't want to, no one wants to watch this.
No, this is going to be pretty terrible to watch, but we'll watch it anyways. And I guess that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, I guess that's why they're doing it, but people will talk about it. It'll build some hype with Jake Paul. But if you want to take your boxing career seriously, I just don't want to see Jake Paul like, wow, did you see me hang in there against one of the best boxers of all time? It's like going to be like how he spin it. He's going to be like, I should make the Hall of Fame. I beat Mike Tyson, you know, and like how he like spins it around. I beat a champion in UFC. I lost to Tommy Fury, but it's like, no, you beat a 58-year-old.
You
Congratulations.
beat a guy who, if the age gap of when he was in his prime was a person, they'd be able to buy an alcoholic beverage. It has been over 21 years since he even fought at this point.
Yeah.
So who are you really proving to anybody? That you beat up on a washed, old boxing icon? Sure. He was great in the 90s. He was great when OJ was still a color commentator. Who do you win? Nobody wins. So next fight OJ. He's 74. He's right in your age bracket. Go in and fight the juice and see how you do.